What's up, everybody? I want to tell you about Anchor. If you haven't heard about Anchor by Spotify, it's one of the easiest ways to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place. Let me explain. Anchor has tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. When hosting Anchor on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. And best of all, Anchor is totally free. So download Anchor, the app, or go to anchor.fm to get started. And I'm a veteran, so let's hear some more military cadences. Hello, family. We're back again like we never left. So, the weekend went really fast for me. I literally did nothing. My husband had to work the whole weekend. So, yeah, just cleaned my house and chilled, which is actually enough for me. I've been finding lately that there's nothing outside of my home that I really like to do at all but stay home. But, yeah. And not spend money. Because, I hate going out during the holiday season. It's just too much. Everything is just too much. But anyway, let's get into this football scores. The Rams beat the Raiders 17-16. The Lions beat the Vikings 34-23. The Ravens beat the Steelers 16-14. The Bengals beat the Browns 23-10. The Bills beat the Jets 20-12. The Cowboys beat the Texans 27-23. The Eagles beat the Giants 48-22. The Jaguars beat the Titans 36-22. The Chiefs beat the Broncos 34-28. The Panthers beat the Seahawks 30-24. 49ers smashed the Buccaneers 35-7. The Chargers beat the Dolphins 23-17. So, I watched a little football, but I was really asleep, for real. But something happened with Brady in the game, which was shocking. Fox News actually switched off the game from Brady, and we all know, if you ever watch football, that Brady is the king of football. People never switch off from him. Leonard Fournette saved Tom Brady's life. They were really coming for him in this game, as they do, which is shocking, though, because Brady, in my opinion, never gets touched in football. But he lost. He lost really badly. Really, really badly. Yeah. I didn't see him throw his iPad, so I guess that's not anything that happened. I guess they called a roughing the passer on him. And then someone intercepted Brady's ball, and they signed it. Dre Greenlaw got his football signed by Brady. I'm just looking because I saw a clip from where he was choking Brady. And yeah. But anyway, that's that. What else is going on here? Let's see. So Fauci is trending on Twitter because Elon, he has it out for Fauci. I don't know why. He feels like Fauci was trying to do another COVID lockdown. This is the end of Fauci's reign in the White House, working for the White House. This is his last year. But Elon tweeted, my pronouns are prosecute Fauci. And I get it, we all hated to be locked down, but it's Elon is a billionaire. So I don't know how he was, besides losing some money, I don't really know how he was affected by the lockdown. So I just don't know why he has such a, pardon my French, hard on for Fauci, because It's just wild. A lot of the LGBTQ community is mad. They were like, Elon, please don't mock and promote hate towards already marginalized and at risk for violence members of the LGBTQ community. They're real people and have feelings. Someone said Dr. Fauci has faithfully served 7 presidents of both parties. He has been harassed and maligned by Republicans simply because he opposed Donald Trump, while Trump willfully allowed hundreds of thousands of Americans to die. So, yeah, I do not know what's the deal with the whole Fauci thing. And, you know, social media is God is good and bad, because it's just like, it could be used for bad, but when someone wants to bully someone, it can happen. Christian Walker, Herschel Walker's son, is trending because they said he's on a warpath, and for once it's not about minimum wage. I guess somebody said, Elijah Schaefer said, really thankful for Herschel Walker's son for helping Democrats secure another seat in the Senate. Nobody is better at electing Democrats and Republicans. Really spectacular job this time around. All criticism for our base, lack of support from Mitch, 10-10 every time. And then Christian said, I recommend you not come for me, or I'll have to tell your wife how you had sex with my friend at the turning point in 2021 while you were married to her. I don't like cheaters. Ooh, that was a burn. That was a burn. Oh, ouch. Yeah. And then Dinesh says, I like Christian Walker a lot. I had him on my podcast. He has suffered being raised without a dad, but his parents divorced in 2002 when he was 3. Everything he says about his dad seems largely derived from his mom. An embittered ex-wife is hardly a balanced or reliable source. And Christian claps back at him and says, you came for every single mother who raised their child while dealing with abuse. My mom protected me, loved me, and cared for me. My opinions of my father are from my experiences, not hers. I messaged you privately and respectfully, and you didn't delete it. So it looks like Republicans are kind of coming for Christian because they feel like he was a part of, the loss and everything. But yeesh. They are not playing around on the Twitter today. Yeah. That's funny. Like, it's very, very funny. I love how, everything has become, reality TV based in the world. Police in unfortunate news, police in New Orleans arrested a man who allegedly killed his Uber driver at the end of the ride and filmed the aftermath. How sick and disgusting can you be? Brandon Jacobs, 29, allegedly told investigators that he stabbed the victim at the end of the ride after selecting her at random because he wanted to kill someone. Police in New Orleans arrested a man who allegedly killed his Uber driver at the end of the ride, filmed the aftermath, and posted it to Facebook, according to officials. Brandon Jacobs, 29, allegedly told investigators with Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office that he stabbed victim 50-year-old Yolanda Dillon after a ride to the Travel Lodge by Wyndham in New Orleans because he wanted to kill somebody. Jefferson Parish officers, deputies respond to the stabbing in the parking lot just before 3 p.m. Dillon who was driving for Uber when she was stabbed, worked for New Orleans Police Department. She was a budget admin in their fiscal department for the past 10 years. Dillon was found inside a car suffering from multiple stab wounds and transported to the area hospital where she was pronounced dead. The sheriff's office apprehended Jacobs at the hotel within hours and charged him with second-degree murder. Our investigation showed the victim was an Uber driver providing a ride to Jacobs from a location in New Orleans to the hotel. The sheriff's office said in a statement when the ride ended, Jacobs stabbed her repeatedly before leaving the vehicle. Jacobs allegedly admitted to investigators that he stabbed Dillon at the end of the ride, filmed the aftermath, posted to Facebook before walking to the hotel where he already had a room. The suspect also allegedly said he had selected Dillon at random because he wanted to kill someone. It's not clear at this time if Jacobs has an attorney. That is so sick and disheartening. And, I know we always talk about people's mental health, but I promise you, I feel like this guy, should get no grace in that area. That is just an innocent person trying to do a job, and The fact that he was allowed to upload it to Facebook is wild too, because it's like, Facebook will block you for less. And the fact that Facebook still allows things like that to be uploaded is freaking wild to me. Four labor and delivery nurses at Atlanta's hospital came under fire over a TikTok video in which they shared the things that annoy them about expecting mothers and their families. Y'all just really out here trying to let social media get y'all job taken, like, for real. Let's see what else I want to talk about. That story about that Uber driver really was upsetting. Like, for real. It's going through here. Seeing what I want to talk about, if there's anything else, because that story was not cool at all. So Kyrsten Sinema is, she's on the fence with the whole Democratic Party, that she said she is going to switch to independent. Yeah. He said, and Bernie Sanders says that is driven by political aspirations. They said people in the comments are saying, I have a feeling this was the last straw for her. She would not be reelected unless the Republicans pick her for a candidate. They don't seem to care if their candidate lies, commits fraud, or is a wishy-washy on issues. Somebody said, I don't give a what one politician thinks of another unless they're running against each other. Why bother to report such unimportant nonsense to politicians claiming to be independent who aren't independent at all? You're right, Vern. She was a future unlike you. There's pasture waiting for you. Left has gone so radical and woke, can't believe more are leaving. Yeah. A lot of people feel like if you were elected Democrat by the people of your state, you should stay that way. I don't know. When it comes to this government, it's just like whatever. There is another hurricane erupting in Hawaii, Mauna Loa. They're just saying that it's upgraded from a warning. Let's see what else. Don't want to go too far down the rabbit hole. I think we might be getting ready to get into stories because I just don't want to start this weekend. There was a 6.0 magnitude earthquake that shook Mexico Sunday morning. Dozens of prisoners have been on hunger strike at a maximum security prison for more than a week over alleged unsafe, inhumane living conditions, the mother of one prisoner said. I do want to talk about something good. I do have something good to talk about. White Lotus. If you guys aren't watching this show, like, this show is good. I need to, like, go back and watch first season. So if you've never seen American Pie, Stifler's mom is in here, Jennifer Coolidge, and she delivers a really, like, great acting debut. I mean, it's not her debut because it's season 2, but just the fact that she'll always be Stifler's mom to me is hilarious. But let me tell you a little bit about this show. So it is about, if you never watched it, it's an all-star cast that head to a resort and unleash their worst, most privileged impulses. The series is a sharp social satire following the exploits of various guests and employees, the fictional White Lotus resort chain, whose stay becomes affected by their various dysfunction. A week in the life of vacationers is unraveled as they relax and rejuvenate in paradise. With each passing day, a darker complexity emerges in these picture-perfect travelers. And it is just so cray-cray. Like, the couples are, the first episode is Chow. Says on a couple's trip to Sicily, Harper, Ethan, Daphne, and Cameron spend an awkward first day sizing each other up. Dominic fields questions from his father, Bert, about his wife's absence, and sons Albie plays neutral. So in the beginning, inserts those characters, Cicely, Harper, Ethan, and Diane. Harper and Ethan were college buds, and so let me get this right. Ethan and Daphne and Cicely, they were college buds. The buds, one was nerdy. The buds ended up, he said that his roommate, the nerdy roommate, used to sleep with all his girlfriends or whatever. And it's almost like the cool guy became jealous of the nerd because he became successful or whatever. So that's kind of how the season, the first episode opens up. And Jennifer Coolidge and her husband, he seems uncomfortable with her. He's possibly having an affair, yada, yada, yada. Then you have, it's just good. I'm just going to show you some clips because I can just do a whole episode on this all the time. So, Daphne knows in the end, and these are spoilers if you have not saw it, Daphne's husband had an affair, so she ends up sleeping with a nerdy dude. So here's a snippet.
I don't think you have anything to worry about.
Maybe something happened.
And Cameron, who is the husband of the cool guy, he knows they have some kind of open marriage where they cheat on each other, but they like to pretend that they're not. And they pretty much go on a warpath, in my opinion, ruining people's lives. So Jennifer Coolidge is in danger, as I said, and this is going to be a bunch of crap. So, like, if you need to watch it or you've watched it, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you don't, then sorry. But Jennifer Coolidge's husband is having an affair. He set her up to get killed. And so Jennifer Coolidge is so hilarious because she knows that she's going to be killed, and she's trying to and the guys that are trying to plot to kill her just happen to be gay. And so she's trying to get a translation. Let's just play it because it's hilarious.
Please, these gays, they're trying to murder me. Please.
It's all too hilarious. And there's prostitutes in there that prey on the guests, and they're just collecting a check at all times. Jennifer Coolidge, who was just talking about the gays trying to murder her assistant, is sleeping with one of the gays' nephews. Well, that's how Jennifer Coolidge knew these people weren't on the up and up, because she walked in on the so-called nephew and uncle, but they were actually having sex. So this is Jennifer Coolidge calling her assistant.
They were naked? Doing what?
Well, he was kind of fucking his uncle.
What?
I didn't have the heart to tell you before.
This show, it's just bananas, man. And this is going to be a spoiler alert. So if you don't want to hear it, just stop. But okay, so also before I even play this, so Jennifer Coolidge, like I said, told her assistant that her so-called fling in Italy is having sex with his uncle. So this is when she confronts him about it.
Yeah? Please, can you just tell me the truth? I know you've been lying to me, and I know Quentin isn't your uncle.
Yes, he is.
Yeah? So you fuck your uncle?
That's when he was busted, man. Spoiler alert is that poor Jennifer Coolidge did not survive this season. What are we going to do in season 3? You guys killed off one of the funniest, characters. I just don't even know. This show is good, man. I don't know, even from the staff is always very funny. Um, they always have, everybody in this show has some kind of crazy drama going on. I just want to play more and more snippet from that because it's hilarious.
Do you know these gays? Do you know these gays? Gay? I know it sounds crazy, but my husband, he knows Quentin. See, he brought me to Sicily, and then he left so he could have an alibi. And then these gays, they take me off to Palermo, and then they set me up with this guy who's in the mafia, and he's coming here, I think, to try to throw me off the boat. They're going to do Greg's dirty work for him because he's going to pay them with my money so they can decorate their houses or some shit. I may be paranoid, but I need you to drive me in the boat. Drive the boat to the shore. Please, these gays, they're trying to murder me. Mi capisce?
Sì.
Yes.
Sì.
Oh, yeah.
Anch'io sono gay.
What?
Qua siamo tutti gay.
You're gay?
Sì. Tutti quanti siamo gay. Tutti.
Oh my God.
That was hilarious. And listen, Jennifer didn't go without a fight. Once she knew that the gays was trying to murder her, she went and grabbed the bag that had a gun in it, and she shot up those gays, okay? But unfortunately, when she was trying to escape the boat, she drowned. She jumped in the boat. She missed the whole boat and jumped and drowned, and it's like she died. But I just love that she just did not go out without a fight. This season was bravo, bravo, bravo. I almost hate that there was not another one. So if you guys ever are interested, I know that was a bunch of like confusion, but if you watch it, you know what I'm saying. It was a good show and season, and now I'm going to be left with nothing else to watch, which makes me sad. All right, let's get into these stories. What do I have here? Let's see here. Let's see what I got. I didn't really have a lot of them, shockingly. There's sometimes sparingly sometimes. I love a parade. Let's see, what do I want to talk about here? All right, let's just get into this one here.
You cannot make this shit up. Me and this nigga in here going hard. Bang, bang, bang. Pull my hair, choke me, spit here, spit there, whatever. After we done, I'm tired. Nigga done took me to Pound Town. I'm good. Girl, we lay down. I'm falling asleep, but my eyes still open. He think I'm asleep. So guess what he doing? Swiping right on a fucking dating app on bitches. Niggas are fucking sick, bro. They don't want to holler about let me explain. What the fuck is there to explain, my boy? And I'm not crying because I'm sad. I'm crying because niggas are fucking sick, bro. Niggas are sick, bro. You sat in my face and told me that you fuck with me like that. You want to go steady with me like that. Niggas are...
So that makes me so sad because it's like, listen, this is my thing. If you're going to be like, have a fling or whatever, then let a person know that. But like to just, you know, especially with women, I'll speak on some women. Most of us aren't letting you do all the things you want to do to us without us thinking that, you know, we have some kind of stake in this relationship, because we're not just the next notch in your belt. And, you know, if you want to have a notch in your belt type of girl, go ahead. But like, why put that on somebody that's just unsuspecting? It's really, really sad. I I don't like that. I don't like when people get taken advantage of like that. And maybe she saw red flags, maybe she didn't, but clearly she seems like she was unaware. So Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys is being sued for allegedly raping a 17-year-old girl on a tour bus. The crazy thing is his brother Aaron Carter, who just passed away like last month, he had accused his brother of doing that. Let me bring up that story before that. Okay, so here it is right here. So Nick's brother Aaron Carter, who died last month, also publicly accused his brother of abusing him, another family member in Hilton, in a series of tweets in 2019. The tweets came after Nick revealed that he and his sister Angel obtained a restraining order against Aaron due to his increasingly alarming behavior. So Backstreet Boys' Nick Carter has been accused of raping a girl, a woman named Shannon Shea Ruth, while a lawsuit filed against the singer on Thursday alleging the incident occurred in 2001 on a tour bus in Tacoma, Washington. Ruth, who is now 39, filed the lawsuit in Las Vegas, where Carter lives, according to press release from her attorney. Ruth is on the autism spectrum and has a mild case of cerebral palsy. She alleges she was on an autograph line when Carter, now 42, invited her onto her tour bus. He allegedly gave her a drink that tasted funny, calling it VIP juice. Ruth alleges then he took her to the bathroom where he forced her to perform sexual acts. Ruth also alleges Carter used a slur against her, and then he told her not to tell anyone. She said the alleged incident led to her to commit acts of self-harm. She also believes he transmitted HPV, a sexually transmitted virus that could cause cancer, to her. My main reason I'm here today is I want to stop Nick Carter from doing this to somebody else, she said in a statement. In a statement to CBS News, Carter's attorneys Michael Holtz said the claim about the incident that supposedly took place more than 20 years ago is not legally meritless, but also entirely untrue. Unfortunately, for several years now, Ms. Ruth has been manipulated into making false allegations about Nick, and those allegations have changed repeatedly and materially over time. No one should be fooled by a press stunt orchestrated by an opportunistic lawyer. There's nothing to this claim whatsoever, which we have no doubt the courts will quickly realize. Variety reported that the ABC pulled Backstreet Boys' holiday special that was set to air on December 14th due to the accusations against Carter. Ruth's attorneys say in their investigation Carter that they have found their victims who allege Carter abused them too. In 2004, accused Carter of abusing. The tabloids accused Carter of abusing Paris Hilton, whom he dated, because she was seen with bruises on her body. Hilton has not publicly accused Carter of hurting her, and Carter has denied the rumors. If they need the media attention, let them do their thing, Carter said in a statement. My family, my friends, and fans know that is not my character, and I would never hurt someone that I care for or do anything like that malicious. In 2017, singer Melissa Schumann of pop group Dream alleged Carter raped her when she was 18 and he was 22. Carter responded to the allegations, saying he was shocked and saddened. Melissa never expressed to me while we were together or any time since that anything that we did was not consensual. We went on record and performed a song together, and I was always respectful and supportive of Melissa, both personally and professionally. This is the first time that I'm hearing about these accusations nearly 2 decades later. It is contrary to my nature and everything I hold dear to intentionally cause someone discomfort or harm. Nick's brother Aaron Carter, who died last month, also publicly accused his brother of abusing him, another family member in Hilton, in a series of tweets in 2019. These tweets came after Nick revealed he and his sister Angel obtained a restraining order against Aaron due to his increasingly alarming behavior. Aaron made many disturbing accusations against the family members in the tweets, including that Nick abused him his whole life. Days later, he tweeted that he loved his brother and family. I've been very hurt by the fact that my big brother has not made an effort to be part of my life for a long time, so therefore I lashed out and said some hurtful things I did not mean to say, he tweeted. I don't know, y'all, because, you know, when it comes to child abuse and sex abuse, it's scary. I mean, It's scary. I don't know. I don't know what's true or what to believe, but when you have a lot of accusers like that, and family members going so far as to say you abused them and then retracting the statement, it's kind of, I don't know, it's giving the bully behavior, because some families have a lot of sickness in them, and it's just sad to me. I even think about the one guy, and I'll talk about that on another episode. Ricky Martin and his so-called nephew, and how his nephew accused him of abusing him. Dennis Sanchez Martin, that he said that he was sexually assaulted by the Puerto Rican singer when he was 12, but then he retracted it. And it's just like, I just don't know. It's very confusing to me, and I just don't know. Ricky filed a $20 million lawsuit against his nephew. It's just wild, man. I don't know. Ricky Martin says he's been persecuted, besieged, harassed, and stalked and extorted by a maladjusted person, aka his nephew, and is now suing the guy who made wild accusations against him. And he said back in July they had a 7-month-long relationship with Ricky, and it ended with Ricky being stalking and harassing him, something Ricky said is false. According to the new lawsuit obtained by TMZ, the nephew hasn't stopped. Ricky claims a month after Dennis withdrew his restraining order, he began sending messages to Ricky via Instagram. Ricky says in the lawsuit, before Dennis filed for a restraining order, he was publicly boasting about being Ricky's nephew. Ricky says the nephew bombarded him with messages, sometimes more than 10 in a single day for months. Ricky says the messages were clearly written by a maladjusted individual. Ricky says his nephew then went rogue, posting the singer's cell phone number on Instagram. Ricky says his nephew also made an IG account for one of his children, which made him uncomfortable. Ricky says he's lost numerous of multi-million-dollar deals because of his nephew's false allegations, and now wants no less than $20 million to compensate the singer for his losses. Ricky says Dennis's actions have caused him and his family to feel unsafe in Puerto Rico. He wants the judge to order Dennis to refrain from all communications. So, see, this is another incident, and I just don't even know what to believe. I don't. What do you guys think? Today was like, I didn't expect to find all this tea today, actually, and hopefully you guys can make out most of it. But yeah, it was a lot going on. But Evansworth Family is signing out. You guys have a great week. Of course, I'll be back tomorrow to talk your heads off again. Toodles.